morning. It's Wednesday, the 26th of June 2024, and this is a typical drive going in to bring Neo to school. Hello, that's Neo. This is his dad. I don't have a Neo, I'm just known as Neo's dad. No?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Yeah. Because in his school, that's what they call me. Oh, hi Neo's dad. So what's happening in school today?
I actually don't know yet.
You don't know. You're going to school and you have no idea what's going on.
There's nothing major happening.
Alright, it's just school in general.
School in general.
What classes do you have today? You don't know. It's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday.
Writing.
Oh, cool.
Thai.
Creative writing in Thai. Music. In music class, do you guys do music theory, or do you guys like music instruments, or do you guys like study different types of music? What do you do in music school class?
Music theory.
Music theory.
Only music theory.
So this is some music. Different styles of music, or
No, Western.
Western music.
Just Western.
What have you learned so far? Just quick example.
Just the do re mi's for now.
The do re mi's for now. Weren't they a band in the 60s, the do re mi's?
Were there?
I don't know, you tell me.
I don't know. But we're doing refreshers for do re mi.
Those are actually called notes.
Yeah, notes.
Yeah. The do re mi's. Oh look, it's raining. Did you bring a jacket?
Yeah, it did.
Cool.
It's not on me.
I noticed. Matte charcoal gray Mercedes Benz. Is that an E-Class?
Maybe.
Oh no, can't tell from here. So this is our typical drive. We know we're very late to getting out of the house depending on how far back the traffic is. So this is not too bad, but it's kind of bad. And it's made kind of bad because of the rain. For whatever reason, and I guess I know what the reason is, traffic slows down when it's raining. People tend to become more cautious, so they slow down. And slowing down obviously generates traffic, right?
Yep.
So I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's this big thingy overhead. It's an incomplete. It's just part of the expressway system, because you see it cuts off right over there. It doesn't continue further. It's just like a drop.
Looks like a train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like train.
Looks like a train.
Or you've got stumps of something else above it. Could be train. Well, I'd be glad if it's train, and I'll be glad when there's a really near BTS to our place. Because at the moment, how far away is it? It's a bit of a walk.
Yeah.
About how far do you think? Estimate. For example, from our house to our gate or the main road, it's about 300 meters. Huh?
Around there. Or further.
Much further.
500?
No. Because from our house to the gate, it's 300 already. From our gate to the bridge, it's probably another 300. The bridge going towards the Klong, right?
Yeah.
It's another 300. So from the Klong to the middle, I'd say it's about maybe 1 kilometer almost. No?
Yeah.
Thereabouts. So it's a kilometer or so walk to the is that the Chatuchak SRT station?
Around 2 kilometers.
Oh, it's around 2. Okay.
2.
So that's the nearest one to our house, the Chatuchak SRT station.
Yes.
It's the yellow line or the red line?
Red line.
The red line. Okay. So part of the reason there's traffic here is because you've got 3 lanes, which has now become 4, including the emergency lane. And they're merging into another expressway route. And it merges from another 3 lanes into these 4 lanes. So the volume becomes 7 lanes, which is not really great. So typically on days like this, because my office gets packed, there's not enough desks. Some of the people there, they book in advance and then they don't show up. But when you try to book a desk, because they've pre-booked, there's nowhere to sit. And I've got quite a few meetings, and the meeting rooms are always booked. So there's no place to sit down and do your work. And there's really no place to have a meeting that's sort of quiet with the support of a monitor. So what I tend to do to be more productive, although it doesn't help me, is I tend to bring Neo to school first, then come back home quickly and catch my meetings and do my documentation and do my concentrated work and do my research into my projects. The reason it doesn't work is that when I have meetings at home, we have these huge industrial fans that cool the room typically. But the microphone of the laptop is quite sensitive, so it sounds like I'm in the middle of a wind tunnel testing engine, because the turbines are really whirring really loudly. So it's noisy when I take a meeting. So I have to turn it off and I have to turn on the aircon. And that kills our electric bill. That really doesn't work for our electric bill. So on one hand, I'm saving the cost of driving there and the effort of traffic. And you can see the traffic is quite enjoyable in Bangkok. You don't enjoy it?
I do enjoy it.
Yeah? I don't. It gives us a chance to sit quietly together. But it's not exactly the most fun thing in the world to do, right?
In traffic, yeah.
Yes, traffic's not the best thing to do. But it is what it is. We do what we gotta do. We have to go through this every morning, so we go through it every morning. Unfortunately, even though I can drive Neo to school in the mornings, he comes back by himself. So how do you come back? After class, what happens?
After class, I pack up my bags,
Mm-hmm.
start walking towards the front gate
Mm-hmm.
from the classroom. It takes around 5 to 7 minutes to walk to the front gate.
It's quite far off. You're
Building.
building your classroom from the front gate. No?
Yeah. It's quite a walk.
Yeah. From the front gate, what do? You go to the bus station or what?
There's 3 options I could take.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, 4.
Including a taxi.
Yeah, including that. There's a bus stop, which is on the
Right in front of your school.
on the left-hand side of the school.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's
Let's talk about the bus. Let's talk about the bus stop first. So you get on a bus. What bus number do you take coming home?
Yeah, they changed it. There's bus 67 and bus 67 33-42.
Oh. So there's a 67 and there's a 67
3-42.
3-42. And where does that go? It goes towards Chatuchak?
No, it goes towards directly to the main station, Bangsu station.
So that's in the Chatuchak direction first,
Yeah.
and then goes towards Bangsu.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get down from the you get down at the Bangsu station.
Yes.
From the Bangsu station, what do you take?
I get on the SRT line, the red line.
SRT, red line, and then you get down at Chatuchak.
Yes.
And from the Chatuchak station,
I walk or take a motorbike taxi.
So how much is it from the bus stop to the Bangsu station?
13 baht.
13 baht. Okay. 13 baht, that's about what? 30 cents US, thereabouts. 35 cents. And then after that, the SRT is how much?
14.
14. Okay, so you're about 27 baht. And then the motorcycle taxi,
30 baht.
so it's about 50 something baht.
Around
Yeah, okay. It's about that's a decent amount. It's not too bad. And how long does that trip usually take?
there. Which one?
The bus step to the
Station.
station and the station to motorbike. How long does it typically take? Never mind the waiting time, but just the travel time.
I would say around 40 to 50 minutes. Or
So close to an hour, huh?
close to an hour.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, the second option is grabbing a motorbike.
Yeah,
All the way home?
that's possible, but
Dangerous.
dangerous.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise that. So what do you guys do from what do? You take a motorbike
To the station
to the SRT. Okay, the SRT, then you take the SRT.
again.
So it just replaces the bus.
Yes.
But it's more expensive. It's more expensive because the motorcycle from the school to the Bangsu station is how much?
40 baht.
40 baht. So it's 40, 14, and then another 40.
30.
30, sorry. Okay. Is that faster?
A bit faster.
Uh-huh. What about the third option you were talking about?
Third option is tuk-tuk.
Oh, tuk-tuk. Okay. Usually take that when there's a group of your friends, right?
Yep, there's a group.
So how much does the tuk-tuk cost all of you guys together?
It depends on the driver actually, but the
Average, on average.
average would be 80 to 100 baht.
Okay. And then you guys split that among yourselves.
Yes.
How many guys? How many of you big guys get into a small tuk-tuk? Typically, 3, 4, 7,
4.
4 guys.
4 per tuk-tuk.
Is that the maximum?
Maximum can be 6, but 4 if
Yes.
it's big guys.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of big.
Yep, I have to sit near the exit.
Are you the biggest guy? As in wide body,
Yeah,
but not the tallest.
not the tallest.
Who's the tallest in your group now? Putto?
No, Wuhan
Pond.
at 182 centimeters.
182.
Yeah.
It's tall. It's tall. So it's about 12 centimeters taller than you. 12 centimeters is about 6 inches?
Yep.
Okay. I'm only doing the inches because some of you guys who will be watching this might be from the US and have no idea what the metric system is. So shame on you. Right. So that's what happens after I drop him off and after school. Neo gets to take public transportation home, and he gets to spend a little bit of time with his friends. Sometimes you guys don't go directly home, no? I've noticed you've told me, you've messaged me and said, oh, we're gonna go to Lat Prao, or we're gonna go to somewhere, which is good. I encourage that, but maybe not so much in the weather like this, no?
We only do the side trips for errands.
Okay.
If we need anything.
If somebody needs anything.
If, for example, one of the friends has
One of the friends in your group, yeah,
has a broken screen, then we go as a group.
a broken phone screen or something
Phone
like
screen, yeah. Or doing a monthly maintenance check on their phone.
Where do you guys go for that?
Lat Prao.
Lat Prao. In the mall itself or somewhere else?
Usually the main one would be the mall, but there are alternatives around Union Mall or on the streets.
Where in Union Mall? Down at the basement?
Not the basements, on the upper floors.
Oh, I never noticed there were phone shops on the upper floor. I know one in the basement. Plus, got 2 or 3, but I never noticed the upper floors. Okay. Try to remember, because I go to Union Mall quite a bit, usually to get my nails done. idiot is pretending to cut in. Anyway, he didn't have the right of way to get in. He was sort of just like, I'm signaling, so give me way. That kind of thinking and driving is not kosher. He should really look for an opening first before he does that. I rarely blow my horn, and you notice nobody else does. But if there are persons like that, and he's coming out again. He's coming out again. He's gonna try to cut in again. So we'll let him there. Yeah, this guy. His license plate is, what's that letter? 9 something something 3265.
Gokkai for chicken and Tautan for...
Totahan soldier?
No. Tautan as a
Tahan, okay.
Thai plate.
Isn't that Tahan?
The Tan is a circular kind of...
Like a bowl.
Okay.
So there's quite a number of decent looking cars on the road. You've got this idiot who's driving a Yaris, and you've got guys with Hondas, and you've got a Toyota over here. There's a Benz further up ahead, and there's this guy here on our left with a Mazda, I think that is. No, it's a CRV, on the CRV. My bad. There's a Nissan Tiana over there. Gonna move into this side here. So this guy's driving a Freelander. Is that a Ford? No,
Can't tell.
so Land Rover.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're moving into the emergency lane, sort of, but we're not really going to the emergency lane. We're actually going to the emergency lane, which eventually moves to the left-hand side, which is the exit towards Neo's school. So this is the area of Rama 6, and this particular district is called Samsen, and you've got some very big buildings over there. One of them, I don't know if you can see over in the distance, you've got that building with a huge number 50 on it. That little white building, or that white building over there in the distance, that's a hospital. That's Neo's hospital. It's not where he was born, but it's the same medical unit.
Yeah.
Because the actual hospital where Neo was born has since closed down. It's a smaller 3-story, 2-story building, a very old building that used to serve as the maternity ward. Well, since they upgraded this new building, most of those functions have moved over there. There's an ugly condominium over here, and a large office building over there. Now, we used to live around this area. When I first came into Bangkok, I used to live in the Rama 6 area, and I was renting a small apartment. And in my small apartment, we had 14 cats. And this small apartment was a really run-down government housing behind the Ministry of Finance, right beside the Klong. You know that little bridge that goes across? That I used to live over that side. So we're kind of driving on the emergency lane, but that's allowed primarily because a lot of people get out of the way of emergency vehicles here. So the emergency lane isn't as critical. I mean, it's still kind of wrong, but it allows us then to use this lane to go to the left-hand side. Unfortunately, a lot of people use this lane to cut back into the right lanes. So we're going into the final stretch here, where we're driving down the exit ramp. It's quite crowded again today. It's about 7 minutes or 8 minutes past 7, so Neo isn't late yet, because you're supposed to be there by 7:40, before 7:40. Yeah. So let's hope to catch this light, but I doubt it, because we're at the tail end and they usually cut off the last 2 or 3 vehicles. Hopefully we'll get lucky and through, but I really doubt that. This light is notorious for really cutting us off at the last bloody minute. Hey, we got lucky. I'm glad. Now they just cut it off right now. So whoever was there was like kindly watching out for us. So you've got some ministries here, some banks on this side. Mostly these areas to the left is government housing. Oh yeah, we missed the light. Anywho, this light isn't so bad. So just crossing this traffic light is Neo School. It is a Thai school with an English language program. The name of the school is
Samsen Vidyalaya.
Samsen Vidyalaya. And it's actually a very good school. It's a very good school because a lot of my friends, a lot of people I know, well, not necessarily my friends, have graduated from this school. They say it's got a very good educational program and a very good English language program. A lot of them have moved on to big business. A lot of them have started working for government as well. So it's a very good foundation. Now the reason they're saying this school is quite good, it's government subsidized. It's not an international school where they have very, very high levels and standards of education, but it's not exactly a public school. Technically, it is a public school because it's subsidized by the government, but the way that it's run is a little bit different. It's difficult to get into the school. There are only a few slots available, and I guess, well, Neo made it in, so that means he's pretty smart, right?
Yeah, to an extent.
To an extent. I like that humility, not too cocky. Good. So what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to scoot over to the left-hand side again and move so that Neo's able to get off. We're gonna put him in a place where he's able to get off quite close to the school, not too close. I mean, not too far away from the gate anyway. So here we go. Almost there. We're putting on our hazard lights and we're locking the doors. There you go. Love you, Sam. Have a good day. Bye.
I'll contact you if I can go to the photo walk.
Right, I'll wait for you at home.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye then.
So that was it. And we're on our way back home. And we're gonna see what that drive is like on the way back. So there's a bit of traffic here because obviously parents are dropping off their kids. I don't want Neo to feel too privileged, like he gets dropped off and he gets picked up. I want him to feel like, you know, I care enough to get him here, but then he's gotta have a certain amount of independence and responsibility to get himself back home safely. I also need for him to enjoy his time with his friends. So now we just passed near school after dropping him off. We've got back on the tollway and this is going to take me back home. So you can see the huge difference by looking at the volume of traffic of going into town and going back out. So right now I'm countering the flow of traffic by getting back home. This bus is a little bit slow, but otherwise we should be moving quite fast. So this is us getting back into the main flow of traffic. As you can see, it's pretty smooth sailing. And most days, it's not like this. This is what hopefully it should be. Unfortunately, it's not. Okay. So we can reach speeds to about 100, 120. So right now we're doing about 100 kilometers an hour. And it's good. Traffic is flowing. Most people follow traffic rules. So so it's quite easy to get around. So that's it, no? We're reversing our route. I don't know if you saw earlier, but we passed the Bangsil station. The Bangsil main train station is also combined with the mass transit system between the city. But this main train station pretty much serves the rest of the country. So that's over here to my left now. I'll turn the 360 camera to have a look at it, but the bar will be blocking, so you'll be seeing it over here. Now the tollways or the expressways here in Thailand aren't straight. Bangkok as a city has grown up geomorphically, following the contours and the shape of the land. So the street grid or the city street grid itself is quite, it winds around places. No? Got a bit of a traffic glut here because somebody's cutting in from the third lane going into the ramp on the left side. You shouldn't be doing that, but you know what? It's Bangkok. It's fine. We give people way. Now, myself, I try to follow traffic rules as strictly as possible. I mean, all the time, actually. So I've just signaled into this lane because we're about to exit. We're nearly home. So earlier when we got out, we went straight from the village onto the main road and up the tollway. This time, as we get down from the tollway, we get on the exit on the ramp. We're not going to take the main road because that's going to be traffic by now. What we're going to do is we're going to wind our way back to some back streets to end up back at home. So we're almost there. We've been driving an average of about 90 kilometers per hour. Not too fast, just on average. So right here, the exit is coming up. Take a little signal there. Scoot into the exit lane. Slowly, you don't cut across. Got an emergency vehicle there. And here we go. We're exiting already. Bit of a signal there. We'll stay on this lane because we're about to make a U-turn. Now this U-turn is not an illegal U-turn. This U-turn pretty much allows people who have mistakenly exited the tollway to get back on again, just in case. So this is that little U-turn we're talking about. But instead of going back into the tollway, what we're going to do is we're going to cut across and go to some back roads. This is a little bit tricky, so we have to be careful. So here we go. We're scooting across, and we're going to take a left turn here, and we're going to try to avoid the people who are dodging the traffic also by taking this as a shortcut. And we're through. And that's all there is to it. We're going to take a right turn over here. Okay. Now we're going to take a left turn over here. Oh, there's a car coming. See, he cuts the corner. Shouldn't be cutting the corner because that causes accidents. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick out a little bit, slowly take the turn so people can see me coming in. And good, there's nobody. Just for safety, you know. Give them a little heads up that I'm edging out because that's a bit of a blind corner and they don't have one of those safety mirrors at that intersection because there's a house right there. And I don't think they want their house to have a huge safety mirror in front of it. I wouldn't. Okay. New condominium unit that just came up. It's been building over the past 2 or 3 years. They probably have a few more months to go, maybe a year at most for finishing. Then they'll start getting tenants, and then this part of town gets even more traffic. There's a little old man in an orange shirt here exercising. Motorcycles in Bangkok are like everywhere, and most of them nowadays, because the government doesn't have a campaign for it, do not wear safety helmets, which I guess for them is inconvenient, but it's also like safety hazard, it's a health hazard. It's really not safe to ride a bike without a motorcycle helmet. Here's the trick where we get into the village. We take a left here and then a right onto the exit lane. So this lane is actually typically used for people exiting the village, but we're gonna go counterflow for just a little bit, about 20 meters maybe. Get us into the lane where we enter the village. And here we need a little bit of an infrared thingy. Gates open up and in we go. Now I'm gonna stop it here because you don't need to know exactly where we live, right? Well, actually you do already. If you're family, you probably know where we live. And you get the cheesy sculptures in the middle of this thing. So this first part of the village kind of looks like a misplaced European village in the middle of Thailand with the sphinxes on either side of the mini swimming pool here. It's just there for show. It's not really very big. It's more of a large plunge pool. And as you notice, when we get to this part of the village, it's still that same cheesy architecture. But over there where we live on that second face, you get more urban type housing. Urban looking. Okay, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching us. Bye.